We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello friends, now let's continue the electrostatic and capacitor chapter. Now we are studying the electrostatic induction. Now what is the electrostatic induction? Electrostatic induction, it is a process to create or generate a static electricity in material by bridging an electrically charged object nearer to it. Means simply, if I explain you that you see the figure, one metal plate is placed and one plastic rod is rubbed on the metal plate. Then the metal plate will generate a static electricity. And if that metal plate will be goes to any negative charge material, then some electrical spark will be generated. You can there are so many methods to produce the electrostatic induction, but another method that we do in our school life, if suppose you have a piece of cotton and if you rub that cotton on a plastic, and when you take your hand or any piece of paper nearer to that place, then that piece of paper or your hair will be attracted on that places. Your hair will be stand up it. So it is the another example is also that at the past time the CRT TV is there. So when the person will near to goes to near to the CRT screen, then the hair will be stand up it and it will be attracted on the TV screen. So it is the one example of the electrostatic induction. So it is the process to create the positive charge and negative charge. If suppose a negative charge material is rubbed it on, then the positive and negative charge is produced. So this is the electrostatic induction. You can also explaining another method to produce the electrostatic induction. See, this is the diagram. Two spherical metal are placed it, and if there are the two spiral A and B which are mounted on an insulating stand, if one piece of negatively charged material or the piece of cotton, if you rubbed it on the, suppose if I rub that piece of material on the A spherical, then it will be create the positive charge, and that force of potential will be goes to the negatively charged in B. Now if you separate it, then the A is become positively charged and B is become a negatively charged. And this method is used to test a high voltage. It is used in the high voltage testing. We know when you goes to the testing for testing for a transformer, then one test is called a high voltage test or the impulsion test. So at that time they gives a higher voltage, so that higher voltage is generated using this electrostatic induction. One device is very popular devices, which is a good example of a electrostatic induction. The device is called a Van de Graaff generator. Look at this. This is the Van de Graaff generator. It is very popular devices for testing any device, any electrical devices on the basis of high voltage. If you test a device for a high voltage, then this Van de Graaff generator is used. Look at this its structure. It has a pressure tank, charge removal point, charge conveyor, spray point, control lever spray voltage, driving motors, ground, accelerator tubes, positive ion sources, and high voltage terminal. The main parts is that the conveyor belt, motor, control lever spray voltages, and positive ion sources. These are the main part of a Van de Graaff generator. It is a, if I gives you this simple explanation, because it is the very higher level subject, because this device is used in a high voltage HVDC subject at the time of degree. So this is the pressure tank. When the motor is running, the belt conveyor is rubbed on the removable charge. So the positive charge is generated on the conveyor belt, and it will be sprayed on the to the pressure tank. So the high voltage will be generated. The explanation of this is here. Motor, two roller, belt, two brush the assembly, and the output terminal. When the motor is turned on, the lower roller being turning the belt. Since the belt is made or a rubber, and the lower roller is covered in the silicon tab. Look, the main purpose is the roller is rubbed on the any negatively charged material. Mainly, previously I explaining that the one negatively charged material is rubbed on any metal, then the positive charge is produced. So this purpose is rubbed using the motor, and motor is when the motor is rotated, the belt conveyor is rubbed on the rubber. So the positive charge is produced on the belt conveyor, and it will be transfer the energy from the positive charge to the negatively charged material. So this is the one of the good example of a electrostatic induction. Now another topic is electric field, electric flux. Most probably electric flux is considering magnetic field or the magnetic flux. This is the best example to understanding the electric flux. But here you see the two figure. Flux is nothing but it is the line of force. Flux is nothing but it is the line of force. We cannot see the line of force, but we can imagine that here the line of force. Electrical flux, it is a property of the electrical field. There are so many number of electric line force. That line of force we call the electric field. And you see the figure, there are the two figure. One figure indicate the maximum electric flux, and another is a zero electric flux. See, flux lines is there, but if some material is put on perpendicular that electric lines, then that material cuts the maximum flux. And if the material places the parallel to that flux, then it will cut the zero flux. It will cut the zero flux. So when it is the subjected that the electric field cuts per area, that is called a flux. Electric field intensity or the E, that is considering in E. So the E is surrounded per unit area. E is surrounded from this flux lines is put on the surrounded on that material. So this is called a electric flux. We can define this electric flux in you see that production of electric field and surface area. You can see that flux is equals to E into A. The unit of that flux, it is the Newton meter square per coulomb. Newton meter square per coulomb. So the electric flux is proportional to the number of electric flux line. You see that this is the area and the flux line is passing, or the electric field is passing to that area. So this is called a electric field per area, that is called your electric flux. We can also define this electric flux using Gauss's law. Now another main topic is the flux density. You know the meaning of density? If you are in a, if I explaining density, one simple example, what is the density? Suppose I have a cup of water and another cup of water has a oil. If suppose I pour the water on the ground, then water will be spreaded or propagated. Okay. Now another side, I pour the oil in the on the ground, then it will also propagate it. But the water is propagated more compared to oil. Means it will cover the more area compared to oil, and vice versa. I can also say I can also say that the oil cover the less area compared to the water, because the propagation area is less compared to the water. So what is that meaning? Because the oil has a more density compared to the water. Means density is that how much area is covered by gas or oil, anything else. Now on the basis of that example, we are understand what is the flux density. Flux density means what? How much area covered by the flux. How much area covered by the flux. And it is measured on the strength of electrical field generated by the free electric charge. Here, this is the three definition of electric flux density. Whatever the definition you can choose, but I can choose the second, that is it is the amount of flux passing through the definite area, and that is the perpendicular to the direction of flux. The amount of flux is passing through the defined area. You can also flux density, that is the flux is passing through the perpendicular that area. So if we take a mathematical expression, here it is a mathematical expression. The flux density, the unit of flux density is coulomb per meter square, and C, that is the D, it is your flux density. So it is defined as Q equals to 4 pi r square into AR. AR means it is your area. So the charge per area divided by 4 pi r square. Look, magnitude, the number of lines of Coulomb crossing surface to the normal line divided by the surface area. So the point charge, so the generally we can say that D equals to Q into area divided by 4 pi r square. And the density is also, you can define that as epsilon 0 into A into E. Epsilon 0 into A, which is epsilon 0, it is a absolute permittivity, and E is your electric field, that is E equals to electric field. And we know that electric field E equals to F divided by Q, force per unit positive charge, and force is equals to Q1 Q2 divided by 4 pi r square. Okay, so this is the electric field flux density. Now another topic is a electric field intensity. Now what is the intensity? Intensity, it is the capability of that field. Electric field intensity means it is a point inside the electrical field of a charge is force experienced by the unit positive charge placed at that one point. Look, in the magnetic field, electric field intensity defined in H. Intensity means how it is a stronger